Today I'm going to read a passage from The Tale of Despereaux by Kate DiCamillo. This story is about a royal family that lives in a vast castle. However, beneath the floorboards of the castle live a community of mice and a community of rats. Among the community of mice lives a special mouse named Despereaux, who has a small, sickly body but huge ears. Not only is he different from his peers physically, his dreams and aspirations go far beyond the castle. He dreams of eternal light. Even though Despereaux shunned and thrown in a dungeon and neglected by all his peers, his optimism never dies. Roscuro has the same mission as Despereaux, and in this passage, Roscuro finally accomplishes his mission until it takes a bit of an unexpected turn. Let's see what happens. The queen loved soup. She loved soup more than anything else in the world, except for Princess P and the king. And because the queen loved it, soup was served in the castle for every banquet, every lunch, and every dinner. And what a soup it was! The cook's love and admiration for the queen and her palate moved the broth that she had concocted from the level of mere food to a high art. On this particular day, for this particular banquet, cook had outdone herself. The soup was a masterwork, a delicate mingling of chicken, watercress, and garlic. Roscuro, as he surfaced from the bottom of the queen's capacious bowl, could not help but taking a few appreciative sips. Lovely, he said, distracted for a moment from the misery of his existence. Delightful. Sing, shouted the bee. Sing. She stood. She pointed a finger right at Roscuro. It's a rat. I told you it was a rat. He was hanging from the chandelier, and now he's in Mama's soup. The musicians stopped playing their guitars. The jugglers stopped juggling. The noble people stopped eating. The queen looked at Roscuro. Roscuro looked at the queen. Reader, in the spirit of honesty, I must utter a difficult and unsavory truth. Rats are not beautiful creatures. They're not even cute. They are really rather nasty beasts. Particularly if one happens to be in your bowl of soup with pieces of watercress clinging to his whiskers. There was a long moment of silence, and Roscuro said to the queen, I beg your pardon. In response, the queen flung her spoon in the air and made an incredible noise. A noise in no way was worthy of a queen. A noise somewhere between the neigh of a horse and the squeal of a pig. A noise that sounded something like this. Nank! And then she said, There's a rat in my soup. The queen was a really simple soul, and always her whole life had done nothing except state the overly obvious. She died as she lived. There's a rat in my soup, were the last words she uttered. She clutched her chest and fell over backwards. Her royal chair hit the floor with a thump, and the banquet hall exploded. Spoons were dropped, chairs were flung back. Save her, thundered the king. You must save her. All the king's men ran to try and rescue the queen. Roscuro climbed out of the bowl of soup. He felt that under the circumstances, it would be best if he left. As he crawled across the tablecloth, he remembered the words of a prisoner in the dungeon. His regret that he did not look back at his daughter as he left her. And so Roscuro turned. He looked back and he saw the princess was glaring at him. Her eyes were filled with disgust and anger. Go back to the dungeon, was the look she gave him. Go back to darkness where you belong. This look, reader, broke Roscuro's heart. Do you think that rats do not have hearts? Wrong! All living things have a heart, and the heart of any living thing can be broken. If the rat had not looked over his shoulder, perhaps his heart would not have been broken. And it is possible then that I would not have a story to tell. But, reader, he did look. Roscuro hurried from the banquet hall. A rat, he said. He put a paw over his heart. I am a rat, and there's no light for rats. And there will be no light for me. The king's men were still bent over the queen, and the king was still shouting, Save her! Save her! And the queen was still dead, of course, when Roscuro encountered the queen's royal soup spoon lying on the floor. I will have something beautiful, he said aloud. I am a rat, but I will have something beautiful. I will have a crown of my own. He picked up the spoon, he put it on his head. Yes, I will have something beautiful, and I will have revenge. Both things, somehow. There are those hearts, reader, that never do mend again once they're broken. Or if they do mend, they heal themselves in a crooked or lopsided way, as if sewn together by careless craftsmen. Such was the fate of Chiaroscuro. His heart was broken. Picking up a spoon and placing it on his head. Speaking of revenge, these things helped him put his heart together again. But alas, it was put together wrong. Where is the rat? Shouted the king. Find that rat! If you want me, muttered Roscuro as he left the banquet hall, I will be in the dungeon in the darkness. Thank you.